The families of 3 murdered teenagers are still left with no answers about where the accused shooter is, even after his own father was convicted for his role in the Capitol murders. Police believe Abel Acosta left the country and likely had help doing so. His father was convicted of capital murder on Friday and sentenced to life without parole for driving his son to and from the crime scene. But Richard Acosta claims he does not know where his son is. Fox 4's Davis and Tendry talk with relatives of one victim about the agony of uncertainty.
Everything about this Hunt County ranch, from the sounds of a tractor to the sheep and kids playing, reminds the family of Xavier Gonzalez that this is the place he loved most.
This was his life, being at the ranch.
Gonzalez's grandfather owns the ranch.
I mean, that was his #1 companion.
Even though Gonzalez's mother says the teen joked that he owned the ranch.
To all of us, he would say, that ranch is mine. I'm letting my grandpa borrow it only. The little cabin back there, that's where he would come and spend the night when he would come over here.
The day after Christmas in 2021, however, Gonzalez went home to Garland and never returned.
They took something very precious to our family.
Gonzalez was one of 3 teens shot and killed inside a convenience store by then 14-year-old Abel Acosta. Acosta, who is still on the run, had a prior dispute with 2 victims, 17-year-old Rafael Garcia and 16-year-old Ivan Noyela. Investigators say there was no history with Gonzalez, who was waiting to buy tacos for his grandparents.
He was an innocent bystander. That's all he was. He had nothing to do with it.
Richard Acosta, the father of the suspected shooter, was convicted of capital murder on Friday for his role as the getaway driver.
Because that guy's not the one that pulled the trigger, but he had something to do with it because he drove him.
Gonzalez's uncle took his nephew hunting on the 150-acre ranch the weekend of his murder.
And I said, "What are you doing?" Nah, nothing on the phone. I said, let's go hunt.
Gonzalez was wearing the same clothes seen in surveillance footage when he died.
He was just sitting there minding his own business, waiting for his taco. He was on the phone. He didn't know what was going on. It was hard to watch the video. It was hard.
But as difficult as it is for Gonzalez's family to see and discuss his death,
It's just been so hard without him.
they wanted to speak with Fox 4 to let everyone know who he was.
He wasn't a kid that was looking out to be out on the street doing something he ain't supposed to. He knew better, because that's how we raised him.
A kid who loved horses, a kid who loved working with his grandfather.
That's how he was.
A kid senselessly taken way too soon, whose spirit they'll always remember through the sights and sounds of the ranch he knew best.
He loved it out here.
So where is Abel Acosta, the gunman, then 14 years old, who killed Gonzalez and the other 2 teens? Well, police believe family members helped him escape this area, and they say he could be in Mexico. They're encouraging anyone with any information on his whereabouts to contact them. They say you can remain anonymous, and there is $10,000 of reward money for information leading to an arrest. Reporting, David Tendry, Fox 4 News.